YouTube, what's good? Look, today I'm coming out with the best beginner's guide for Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. Listen, there's a couple of things that a lot of y'all have been asking me for help for that I thought a lot of people knew how to do in the game already, but apparently we all don't. So I'm like, perfectly fine, cool. I'm gonna just make the video to help y'all out. So with that being said, let's get right into it. The first thing is character types, right? I'm gonna take y'all through character types, what they are, and how each character plays different within their type, because just because a person or a character may be of a certain type, that doesn't mean that another character of the same type plays the same at all whatsoever. You cannot take any random type and then just play the same on another character, assuming that they'll play the exact same as the other, right? So first of all, let's get into it, right? First, we have DPS or damage, right? These are going to be your characters that are going to do insane damage. These are going to be your characters that you want to take into the battlefield to do insane damage in comparison to somebody like a technical, for example. We haven't got there yet, but they are not built for damage. In comparison, overall, they're your damage dealers, right? So the thing about them is you can see they got like Goku, Piccolo, Kale, Gamers 1 and 2, Trunks, Oob, Damagoku, and 18 and Bojack, right? So they all play different. I would say the only characters within this type that play the same would be Goku, Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan Trunks. They kind of have the same exact play style. And then Oob and Gammas 1 and 2. Those two are also one of the characters I would say are just about the same character. But aside from that, Kale, Deborah, Piccolo, and Damagoku are pretty different. Same with 18 and Bojack. They're a little different. Overall, Goku, Super Saiyan, and like Trunks, for example, are gonna be your like dive in head first melee type DPS characters. Now, if you go into their stats, right, you can see this wheel of like burst damage, damage over time damage, attack range, support mobility. Like it shows you all their stats, right? So these characters are really, really good. And I mean, they excel at burst damage, right? So see how Goku has really high burst damage. Now let's look at Trunks. I believe Trunks has the highest burst damage in the game. It's actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, these characters, you're meant to jump on top of people and do insane damage with like one move, instead of kind of just blasting somebody and doing a lot of damage over time, where a character that does stuff like that would be Oob, right? Oob's setup, basically he just shoots at you like this, right? You can see it there. He has these moves that are all like ranged, and then they help you do damage over time, basically, right? So there are two different setups, basically a melee type and a ranged type. They do play differently. Overall, you want to keep that in mind when you're picking a character, because you cannot play Goku and then say, hey, Oob is the same type, let's go play the same way. No, you cannot do that. So please do not sell your teammates trying to play Oob like Super Saiyan Goku. It does not work that way, okay? Next up, we got tanks, okay? Now, mind you, I'm main DPS, so tanks I know a little less about, but they are not too hard to understand. So like, if I had to explain what a tank is, if you don't already get it, they literally just tank damage, do a lot of it at the same time. They're your front lines character. If you have a tank in your lane, you definitely want them to go first. I would say make them go ahead of you and let them take and deal basically all the damage, unless you are a DPS running with your tank, which most likely you probably will be. You should be letting them go first so that you could just come out, clean up kills, or just do insane damage to like one person, and or maybe not just one person, but like go out there do insane burst damage, for example, with like Goku or Trunks, right? And then let Vegeta help you out with like damage over time as you continue to try to do more damage over time as well. It's a really good setup. It's really good, not gonna lie. They did really well with the tanks in this game. They do their job for sure. Another example of a tank, you see Vegeta His kit is basically like, he shoots a bunch of blasts at you. I mean, he has a bomb that like sucks you in to like where he places it at. He also has an explosive wave that literally just will push you off of somewhere. Like if he wants you off that base, he will push you off of that base. It's crazy. His super attack, Big Bang attack, you already know how that goes. Just huge AoE attack, blows everything up, right? So that's basically your tank. And I will say, when it comes to the tanks, a lot of them kind of a little bit do play the same, a little bit, kind of, not really. Like they all, I'm pretty sure all of them have like a huge AoE attack. Like Cell, for example, one of the new ones, has Big Bang Crash. Basically the same thing as Vegeta's move, where you literally just shoot out a big ass bomb attack and it just blows up, right? He can do things like grab you and like regenerate. Like it's all basically health based, like resistance based and damage based, and like just AoE control type of things, right? Now every single DPS, or I mean not DPS, excuse me, not every single tank is like this, right? Cauliflower, for example, if you look, the kit is a bit different. There is still AoE there, but like it's a little different. She has that, you know, that little explosive wave, super attack. As you can see, it's like big AoE. Like it's basically all just based on big AoE attacks and things like that. But for example, there's a character that kinda isn't like that in Baby, right? So this is going to be a good example of how all characters of a certain type don't play the same with tanks. He has possession. I mean, he has the blast. Sure, he has like big AoE attacks and stuff like that, but he has a move like, wait, no, it's not this one. It's this one. He has a move that lets him jump into his teammate, heal his teammate while they're attacking, and do a little bit of damage at the same time. Stuff like that is the little like different bits and pieces of stuff that they added into certain tanks kits to make them play a little different. Is the difference as major as the DPS differences? Honestly, no, but it's very solid and it works. So with tanks, you can basically pick up anybody and somewhat kind of play the same way, just a little bit. Once again, Zamasu, another tank, huge AoE attacks. I mean, as you can see, just big AoE, getting people off of zones, doing a lot of damage, taking a lot of damage for their teammates. Tanks, pretty much self-explanatory, not too much to talk about there for real, so you get the gist of that. Now our last type in the game, technicals, right? Technicals, I feel like might just be where the true differences come in each and every one of their kits. Technicals are called technicals for a reason. They're very, very technical. As you can see, if you haven't been paying attention to this, they do have difficulty up at the top left, right? Hit is a borderline max difficulty character for a reason, right? So I'll show you Hit's kit first and explain the differences between the technicals. Usually technicals can be looked at as support characters to like support their teammates in a certain way, shape, or form. But not all technicals support their teammates in the same way. So with that being said, Hit is the type of character that likes to support his teammates in freezing his opponents, taking away their field of view. So like when he hits, say for example, he does his ultimate to you, right? He can apply obscured vision, which will take their field of view, like that circle of their field of view, and shrink it so that they cannot see outside of that. Not only that, he can, like I said before, he can freeze his opponents if he is invisible with his skill 3, right? So he'll go invisible with his skill 3 like that, and then he will use Vital Point Strike and freeze you. Now you should see that here, just like that. So, and mind you, you do not have to be in the cloud for that. You just have to be invisible after this move to make that work, to freeze your opponent. Now, this is crazy because imagine Hit teamed up with a very high damage DPS character, high DPS, high burst damage, like Trunks or Goku, for example, right? Imagine Goku jumps on you with that combo I showed you guys in the Goku God. If you haven't seen that video, go see that. Imagine Hit freezing you so you cannot do anything, you cannot fight back, you cannot run away, and Goku jumps on you with that one-shot combo that I showed you guys in that video. Insane. Insta kill. It's crazy. You can't fight back, right? But that's just one example of how technicals play, right? Let's talk about Boo. Boo's kit is a little different, but almost the same in a way, right? So like he shoots at you, right? He has this move right here that really takes down your damage and movement speed, right? You are not completely frozen like Hit, right? Hit just completely freezes you, but Boo does not, right? And it's like, oh, why can't he just freeze him? He can heal. Mind you, not every character can heal, right? So this is like part of where the differences come in the technicals, because some characters heal, or I mean some technicals heal, right? Some technicals excel in like supporting their teammates through combat, not healing, you know? But Boo is one of those characters that not only can he play like damn near like a tank, moving people out of the way with this move right here, he can strangle you with the strangle gum. It will slow you down, and he can heal his teammates. So Boo, disgusting, right? He's pretty damn good. You can team him up with basically anybody and he'll do well. I mean, he can heal, push people off of points. I mean, as long as your teammate is doing damage, you should be good, right? So, I mean, I don't really know how, like, there's, I mean, it's technicals, bro. Like, I don't really know how else to describe it to you. Like, they're very different. Like Frieza, for example, has moves where he can put out Zarbon and Dodoria, and Zarbon will attack. Dodoria will push people off of zones and stuff like that, right? So it's like, you can't even look at them as just support characters, like just healers and stuff like that, like how other games like to make them, because they're not. They do so much more. Like, they're the most in-depth characters in the game, in my opinion. You can see as a supernova, but it's not just like Goku drop a spirit bomb and shit like that. Like, he throws it in a specific direction and it like moves on the ground further in that direction. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know. Technicals just get really weird, and that's just the way to describe it, in my opinion. Like, technicals just get really weird. But those will be your character types in the game and how you should use them and how they are different for each and every character. Now let's move on to training mode and where you can find it. A lot of people don't know Gekishin Squadra has a training mode, because you would look and see, oh, standard battle, right? You're looking through, you see battle tutorial. This is not the training mode. This will just take you to the tutorial, okay? So do not think battle tutorial is the training mode. Training mode is within this second slot right here. When you're on this screen looking at all the characters, right? Say you click on a character, training, right here. This is training mode. So boom, you want to click that. You can change your helpers, right? You can change your allied heroes, and you can change your enemy hero, right? So when you do that, you hit confirm, come back, and then you can either train on a Gekishin rule stage or on a personal training stage. Personally, I choose special training stage, but you could do either one. Click that, game loads up. Next thing you know, you are in the training mode, right? And I mean, once you're here, you can do everything from setting your levels, turning off cooldowns and stuff like that, you know, all that good stuff. So that right there is how you find training mode. Now, another thing that I did want to teach you guys, a lot of people did not know about this feature that is in the game called recall. When you recall, you could be anywhere on the map, right? And you will teleport to your home base, right? So if you've never seen it before, on keyboard, it's when you press B. Not sure what it is on controller, but on keyboard, you press B and you begin this recall animation where you fly back to your home base, right? So that right there is useful because when you do this, you completely heal, for one. Another thing for Gamma 1 and 2, if you didn't know, when you die with one of them, if you want to get them back without having to die or pop your ult, you can recall and get the other back that died. That is another way to get back health. I mean, you can revive your characters. It's just overall, it's a really good tactic for when you just get out of a fight and you just want to go heal quickly, or like say you're across the map and they're breaking through your God of Destruction or something, for example, and you need to get over there fast. That is your fastest way to get there, unless you're a character like Goku with Kaioken or something. That'll probably be faster, but 9 times out of 10 for characters with no movement, this is your best option. So keep this in mind and put this into your games. Now, the next thing is getting into divine combo cards, right? If you don't know what divine combo cards are, they're your cards down here at the bottom left. Most of you probably have not touched the setting, but when you load into a game, it gives you the option of whether you want these to load on automatically or manually, and you 100% want to do it manually. The reason why is because this is literally making yourself a build for stats basically in the game, right? This is very important. If you have not leveled up to the point where you can use these yet, please level up to the point where you can use these. They are killer. They're insane. They are definitely a necessity for competitive play in Gekishin Squadra. So the way you want to use these, you want to kind of base it off of your character. I won't even say your type, because I use, once again, this is another difference between types of characters that will be literally be the same type but do different things. I use different cards for different characters based on their playstyle. I'm not going to go into depth with which ones you should use for each character. That will be a separate video, so be ready for that. But this right here is how you would use them. So say right here it's on 0. This is what it's going to be on when you start the game. I will go in here and change it to where I can unlock them. Now you can literally, if you have it on manual, like I said, right, you can go in and say you want to pick this one, boom, you click it, right, and now you have that on. Now you will level this up. Once again, when that happens, you will go in here, okay, which one do you want? Say you want this one, boom, you click that one, right? You're fighting, you're moving on, you finally get to the next level down here, boom, say you want this one, click it. Now you have on all your divine combo cards. Now, once again, I will not go into depth with which ones are best for what character. That would take too long, and we do not have time for that, so I will do that in a separate video. But the next thing I want to get into is what are star levels and grades, and what do they give you? So let's get into that. Now, star levels and grades is this little upgrade thing right here that you see below every character that you have unlocked, right? Now, most of you have probably seen this before, but don't really understand what it is, how to upgrade it, and how to gain from it, right? Now, the way this works, there's multiple ways to level this up, right? So the first way, the most obvious way, play the game, right? Literally just go out and play. Go play some games and you will get points towards this. Obviously, you will get more if you win. Now, the second way to upgrade these, right? And mind you, this is linked to this right here. This star collection thing is literally linked to this right here. So when you hit upgrade, it helps you move on in your stars. Now, this is the thing, right? Say for example, you are at 2,900, or no, say you're at 3,400, right? And you're about to upgrade. You play a game, you upgrade, right? Let's say when that happens, you move on to this one right here, this hero unlock, right? Say you already have a character that's in here, right? This is what's gonna happen. This is how you like really boost your way through this. Not gonna lie to you, right? Say you have Piccolo already, right? When you do this, Piccolo is gonna show up instead of, oh, unlock Piccolo. It's gonna be Piccolo's face and like 5,000, right? If you choose that, that will take you from like, I don't know, level, say you were level 2, it'll take you from like level 2 to like level 5 with a character, right? Now when that happens, what did you just do? You go up like 3 levels on this section right here on your star collection. So you'd move up from like 17 to 20. Now you don't get a character, but you get closer to getting a character once again, as if you basically never even moved, right? Since you get characters like every other level, damn near, right? So that right there is how you understand star collection. The only thing is that you see this right here, this little icon with like, I don't know how to really describe that, but the little diamond icon, you gain that currency after every single game. Literally, like you don't need, I'm pretty sure you still get it if you lose even. I'm pretty sure you do get more if you win, clearly, but that currency is how you upgrade that. And then say you're ready to upgrade. This is another thing I almost forgot to tell you. You have 2 currencies to actually upgrade this with once you get to the point where you have filled up this like XP bar, right? Now, you can do it with Zenny, or you can do it with your Dragon Gems, right? You do not, let me repeat, you do not want to upgrade with your Dragon Gems. The reason being, this is a paid currency that you can use to unlock characters early if you did not know, right? So as you can see, that is the case. You don't want to waste that on leveling up with one character. Now, with that being said, let's get into the store and how you use the store. A lot of people are like, oh, where do I get this currency? Where do I get Dragon Gems? Da, 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 da. I'm pretty sure at this point in time right now, as the game has just came out, that the only way to truly get Dragon Gems might be to buy them. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just a paid currency, or they might be in the battle pass. Let me check that, because I don't want to be wrong. Yep. So you can find them in the battle pass as well. But as you know, I mean, there's not many here at all whatsoever. There's literally only 15. What is that gonna do? Right? So basically they are a paid currency, and yeah, that's how you use the store. Now, this is also where you get emotes, not just characters. You can see they have countless outfits, countless emotes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there is one more currency that I did not speak about. This one right here, these EX tokens. You can see I have 11 of these right now. You get these EX tokens from when you summon on this banner. Wait, what? Oh, from when you summon on this banner, and I believe the other one too. I might be wrong with this one, but I know for sure you get them from this banner when you summon for something, and you get the same thing over again that you already have. Okay, so you get something you already have that converts to EX tokens right here, and you can start using that currency to purchase these things here, right? Which is cool, not gonna lie. And then I believe they also have emotes and shit in here too, which is cool, and characters, of course. And you also have your daily bonuses you can pick up, which is cool. But with that, this will conclude our beginner's guide for Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. I do have more guides coming for this game, so make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you drop a sub if you enjoyed the content. Make sure you drop a like if the video helps you. And with that being said, you too, I'm gonna catch y'all on stream. Pull up. I'm streaming the game right now. Bet you didn't know that. Go watch. I'm streaming right now. Pull up. Peace. Lost all my friends, now I walk all alone.